What's going on, guys? This is Jake with Casual Ecommerce, and in this video we're going to be getting into part 2 of the high ticket dropshipping series. So in this installment we're going to be taking a look at some actual high ticket products, high ticket stores, and high ticket suppliers. So with that said, let's go ahead and just hop right into my computer and get started with the video. Guys, so we're inside my computer, and real quick before we go ahead and get into the video, just like last time, as soon as this video gets 100 likes, I'll go ahead and release part 3. So make sure you go ahead and go below this video and click the like button, and make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so that way you get an update when part 3 comes out. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into part 2, and we're going to be taking a look at some high ticket product examples, and we're also going to be looking at some high ticket suppliers. So we're going to start off with just Aliexpress. We're not going to stay on here long because I think this is one of the less advantageous sources to do high ticket dropshipping, but I had to mention it because everyone's most familiar with this. So you can see if we were making a store around like the exercise niche or whatever, we were making a fitness supply store. You can see we can go ahead and source an exercise bike right here from Aliexpress for $263. And like I mentioned in a previous video, when you source from Aliexpress and it's more expensive products, you usually can get quicker shipping to the US and the other major countries because since the profit margins and price is higher in general, spending the extra money for the shipping cost is a lot easier. So Aliexpress is pretty self-explanatory. You would just search your products on here, look for the products, see if the products you're looking for are on here. Now, the downside with Aliexpress is you're usually going to be selling these random off brands or all these Chinese brands and stuff, so you're not going to really be able to sell like name branded, like really notable branded items from Aliexpress. So that's why I don't recommend it as highly as some of these other sources we're going to get into. So let's go ahead and move on to this site, which is Salehoocom. So what this site does is it just allows you to, this is one of these third-party websites I was talking about in the last video. It allows you to kind of connects you with different suppliers. So this is one site you can use to try and find suppliers. All you really need to do is go to if you go here, you can go ahead and search ideas and stuff, but if you do this, just a heads up, you're not going to be able to look through their suppliers without paying for the service. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, and I'll also show you a way where you don't have to use a third party like this. So the advantage of using a third party service like this is that you can save a lot of time digging through pages and pages and pages of Google. So if you want to save time, then using a third-party service like this to find suppliers is definitely recommended. So now let's go ahead and look at another service here. As you can see, this place is similar, wholesale 2B. We can go ahead and go to dropship products. So here they have the actual products on their site. So you can see they have a lot of different sections here. And a quick heads up, I know that we're mainly talking about high ticket here, but a lot of these sources and stuff, they'll sell low ticket stuff, but you just have to select and pick out the more expensive products if that's what you're trying to sell. So I just wanted to clear that up. So we can just go ahead and I guess we'll just take a look at pet supplies. And you can see these sterilizers here. I'm not really sure. Aqua, I guess that's for a fish tank or something. You can see that they're pretty expensive. You can see suggested retail price is this, and then you can get it for $1,062. So then you would have a $290 profit, and you can see you can look through all these products. Here's some fish tanks. And you can see how your profit right here is a lot higher. And since you're drop shipping, it's not like you have to go ahead and buy this for $1,000 up front. You would just go ahead and sell it for the suggested retail price around there, and then you would buy it from the supplier just like normal for the wholesale price. So this is another source that you can look at, and you can see there's a ton of different sections that we can look through in here. We can just take a look at one more real quick. Let's see if, where is, go to health. I'm trying to look for like fitness stuff, just to keep it with one yeah, here it is, exercise and fitness. Alright, so you can see, let's see, this is an elliptical here that you can get for $150, and their suggested retail price is $435. So we're not going to go ahead and look through all this right now, but this is definitely a good site you can use to source for high-ticket products. Now, obviously, this is another paid service as well. So if you're going to any places like this that are kind of, they've funneled everything into one site, it's usually going to be a paid service. The only way you're not going to have to pay to be a supplier is if you literally go straight to like the source, which I'll show you how to do towards the end of the video. So now we're going to take a look at Doba, so we're going to wait for it to load. So this is just another site similar to the last two, where you can find products on here. So if you scroll down, you can see it's another paid service, and then you can see here are some of the products. So here's a grill. You can see this one retail price is $800, and as a supplier or as a distributor from here, if you are selling this product, you can get it for $480. So you can see that's a nice roughly $320 profit. So similar to the other sites. So what I recommend you do is just go ahead and dig around all these sites, figure out which one you like depending on I guess what you want to sell, see which one offers the most products within the niche or the hybrid niche that you're trying to sell in. So now we're going to take a look at something different. So I want to show you an example of just like a general brand. So PetSafe here this is just a branded product. They make a lot of like pet training products and things like that. So what I wanted to show you is the high ticket drop shipping aspect, kind of reverse engineered. So this is just a regular brand. This isn't a drop shipping site itself. This is the actual brand. But if we go here to find the retailer, you can see that if we're going to come down here, and you can see that this corporation is committed to consumer satisfaction, blah, blah, blah. Only buy from an authorized reseller, including those on our authorized online resellers list. So what that means is that this company is offering a dropship wholesale service. So you can see if you're interested in selling PetSafe products, become a wholesaler. So we'll open this up, and we'll go ahead and click their authorized online reseller list as well to go ahead and take a look at some of the stores selling their stuff, drop shipping their stuff. All right, and as you can see on wholesaler info here, we can see you may be eligible for a wholesale account if you represent any of these, which you probably don't, or independent pet supply retailer. So in other words, just a website that sells pet products. So normally, in order to get into a wholesaler like this, you need an existing website or something like that already that you can show them ahead of time. So that way, you know, because you're selling people's actual branded products. So if your store looks like crap, and you know, or if you don't even have a store to begin with, and you start putting their products up on like piece of junk stores and stuff, it's not really going to reflect good on their brand. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So this is how we would try and request to become a wholesaler here on this page. And now we're going to take a look. I want to show you some actual people that are authorized retailers to sell their products. So we can see, I'm going to just click on, so you can see Amazon's an authorized retailer, but we can tell like some sites like this look more like drop shipping stores. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. All right, so you can see that this one attempted to sell their products, and I guess they didn't do very well, and they went ahead and shut their store down. So what they probably should have done is hopped inside the casual e-commerce ecom black trainings. That way they knew how to market their stuff properly. Yes, that was a low-key plug. All right, so let's see if we can find one that's still up. All right, so here we go. This store looks like it was built in 1776. However, you can see that it's still up, so maybe it's actually selling stuff. Yeah, this site just looks so old, I can't really deal with it. Let's see if we can find another one. Anyway, the point is you could go through and search all of these on Google if you wanted to, just to see, find some stores. So here's a store that looks like it was built this century. So you can see how this looks pretty professional. So if you come and look at this site, it looks pretty trustworthy. They have established 2009, even if they weren't, but it looks like they could have been. You can see they got their phone number up here, which I recommended before. You need a 1-800 number to sell expensive products. You can see they have a nice clean site. You can see how this looks a lot different and a lot more professional than the typical Brooklyn themed bullshit that people put up nowadays with Shopify stores. And then you can see they have a bunch of products listed here, and I'm assuming that they may have more than one supplier. So just because you have so this is clearly like a dog supply store, they may sell PetSafe products, but they might also sell other products as well, so from other suppliers. So you don't have to limit yourself to one supplier. So let's see if there's any more with well, this one has .com. I know I could search the other ones on Google, I just don't really feel like it. Alright, so this one looks a lot like a Shopify theme, to be honest. I wonder if it is. Let's see. Yep, this is a Shopify store. So you can tell this store looks pretty filled out, looks pretty professional, looks pretty nice. And you can see they're selling some lower ticket products. Well, I guess some of these are medium ticket products, and here's some low ticket products. And then they are somewhere going to be selling these PetSafe more expensive products as well. So that's another thing you can do. If you're making a niche store like this, you don't have to just sell high ticket or just sell low ticket. You can sell pretty much whatever the hell you want. It's just that when you're selling the high ticket stuff, it's going to be a little different, and you need a solid looking store like this. But you can always use multiple suppliers from one store and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and show you guys one more thing before I end this video. So now we're going to go ahead and just show you guys how you can look for specific suppliers of specific products on Google. So you could just type in stuff like dropship supplier USA and look through, and you can see wholesale 2B like we already found. There might be some more here. There's some stuff on the forums you have to dig through, but this is really broad and I wouldn't recommend searching this. So let's say you already decided you want to sell some exercise equipment. So we can search treadmill dropship supplier, and then let's see Alibaba. We can open up this one and see what this looks like. So you can see this might lead to another dropship program. So click here. And you can see this is a dropship directory that's been around since 2009. And you can see that they offer fitness equipment right here, which is what we'd be looking for. So just a forewarning, when it comes to searching this way on Google, you're going to be probably digging through pages and pages and pages of Google. You might have to go 8 pages in, 10 pages in, but you'll eventually find certain dropship suppliers that are pretty good. So that's why I recommend starting out with sites like some paid services like Salehoocom, Wholesale 2B, or Adobe. But if you dig a little bit, you can find other types of suppliers as well. Yes, you can dig around, and that's actually how I found this one. So this one took a little bit of digging to find. So if you dig, you can find ones that are actually from the brands themselves, or you can just use services like this to go ahead and connect you with suppliers, or some of them like this one already have just products that you can use like this. And then obviously there is the Aliexpress method, which you can do, but it's probably my least recommended method. So with that said, go ahead and leave a like on this video, so that way I'll release part 3 when this video gets 100 likes. And make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you'll be updated when part 3 comes out. And with that said, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in part 3.